On 2nd and 15 now. Winston being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. A first down throw for Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They go back to the ground with Jones, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 13-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Winston. It's caught. Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the 31, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Trubisky now, the throw on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Following the interception, Winston. They'll roll him out right. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, the first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long. Trubisky will throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
54's Mike. Check. Hey, wahoo!
Here's Trubisky. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. He completes it to Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Bailey's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw, Winston. That he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check, Mike 21, check, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Forced out to his left. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got some space here. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky is complete to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Hey, Zoo. 45, Mike,
Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 8. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll try to throw now. Winston eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Third and goal. Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Trubisky caught by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. They go play action here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He's got Evans. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Now a play fake here on first down. Jones has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bears get a bit closer. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up. Let's go.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Ready. White 25. Check white 21. 30. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Buccaneers, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire